It's time for episode 47 of Delivering Marketing Joy. We talk to Brittany David of Snugs, and she tells us how to deal with customers small and large, and why you should go big or go home.
Yahoo!
Hey there, and welcome to another edition of Delivering Marketing Joy. That's right, we're rubbing our hands. I am your host, Kirby Hasseman, and joining me today is the VP of Sales for Snugs, Brittany David. Brittany, thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah, you bet.
Cool deal. Well, I know it's hard to pin you down right now because you're busy with work and everything, but you're also you're in the process of running for the PPAI board, so the board within our industry. It's very cool, so great job by you. Why did you decide to run, and why do you think it's important to be involved in the industry like this?
Yeah, it's something that I've thought about as I've gotten into the industry. I've been in the industry for about 10 years now, and I didn't really know how to get involved volunteering until several years into working at Sage, actually. And then I started getting involved at the regional level. And I think that as I've kind of grown through life, whether it was going through high school or college, the activities that I like to get involved in, I like to get really involved in, right? Go big or go home.
Yeah.
So being in the industry and realizing it was more of a career than just a job, I was interested to see how I could have an impact and how I could get involved. And Danny Sermon actually gave me a call and said, "Hey, have you thought about running for the board?" I was like, well, a little bit, but I don't know if the time's right. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if that's, I haven't entertained it that much because nobody's really approached me and talked about it. And so we had a great conversation. But then I was also reading this really great book by Seth Godin.
Yeah.
Here it is. It's called What to Do When It's Your Turn and It's Always Your Turn. And the whole book basically talks about, and I'm a firm believer that timing's everything, but it talks about how people will use that as a crutch in life to say, well, I don't know if it's the right time, or what's the sign that I should have. And so the book basically says, get to it because the time is now for whatever you want to create. So, having that conversation and kind of reading this and looking at what I feel like I have to offer, I also think that there's so much going on within the industry right now, and the relevancy for someone like myself to be on the board. I mean, one of the big issues that's come up a lot in the conferences I've attended is the new generation of buyers and that millennial group and these crazy young people coming through, right? And I think that the board has a ton of experience and really smart people, really passionate people that have been around, and they're awesome. And I think that that's something that the voice of a millennial generation isn't necessarily there right now. And I think that that would be a good area that I could add value, because I feel like if I couldn't add value, why would I try to throw my name in the hat to be there? So that's really kind of how that all came to fruition, and hoping for a good result next month.
That's great, Brittany. I totally agree. I mean, I think it's one of those where what you said early on there, I think you get out of whatever organization what you put into it. I mean, so many times people jump into things and then they just attend. They're attendees, not contributors, and I think it's a big difference. And so, good for you. One thing I was thinking about within your role is, my guess is you work with customers that are both large and small. What are some challenges to be a good partner for both?
Yeah, I think it is a big challenge to work with both big and small, because being at Snugs, one of the things that I think separates us from a lot of other suppliers is our customer service, and want to have raving fans. So we want everybody from the person that's placed one small order that's, maybe came across a PRC line, to the people that we've had tried and true relationships, to have a great experience. So when they get off the phone, it leaves them wanting to come back for more. And not just because we have a great product, which we have great product and great quality, but because there's relationships there, and relationships all start somewhere. So you never know who's coming through on the phone on the other line or through email, and you don't want to treat one different than another. So it is a challenge, and I think the demands and resources are different too, right? These huge distributors have funds that are going in there that might be because they're publicly owned. It could just be because they banded together to put a bunch of resources together to attack technology or to attack different issues that maybe some of the smaller distributors don't have the same options. I mean, some people are still faxing orders in, right? I mean, that seems a little crazy, but you definitely see the different business models that are coming through. So being able to adapt to all levels can be a challenge, but what we really want is for everybody to just feel good about doing business with us and that we've treated them well and delivered what we promised and continue to help serve them and be the best that we can.
Yeah, so there's definitely differences, but there's a consistent theme too, that you're trying to just take care of each customer like they're your best one. So that's great. So I was trying to think of the third question for you, and the one that popped into my head is, what are some trends that you're most excited about that you're seeing in business, whether it's in our industry or any?
I think that online buying is huge right now. I think that that's something as a whole our industry is a little behind on, but I think the technology behind that really is forcing us to make a decision whether to step into 2015, 2016, 2017 and get with what retail is already offering to be really powerful in the industry. But I also think because of that, it's difficult to compete on price, right? Right? So if you can't compete on price, you have to compete on value, right? You have outside of a dollar sign and a decimal point with why someone's buying from you, whether you're on the distributor side or on the supplier side. So what's exciting to me about that is the creativity. Suppliers are not going to just offer the same USB in a different color or the exact same piece that you got from China from the exact same factory, right? It's going to really push the suppliers to be innovative with new products and introduce new products to the industry, but it also forces the distributor to be very creative in their offering and decide, are they taking an advertising and marketing approach? Is that their niche? Are they going to become a consultant? And I think anything that's value added to me it's pretty exciting. It's something that really drives purpose and drives the value, and I think it'll be really exciting to see all the creation that comes through from our industry because it's a fun industry. It's a really creative, fun industry, and I think that sometimes we can get comfortable and the external factors outside of our industry is pushing us out of that comfort zone, which I think leaves room for a really great outcome for us.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think that it doesn't serve us well to be in a Me Too state of mind, for sure. So you've answered my 3 questions. You get to ask me one, so I'll turn it over to you.
So I have a couple of questions for you. One is, what is the biggest challenge that you face daily in this business?
Gosh, okay. Biggest challenge I face daily in this business probably is how to best divide up my time. I never go wrong by seeing clients. That's always good. As you know, I think I'm trying constantly to create content that's valuable for our stuff, for our clients, and that definitely takes time for sure. Managing the internal team. So I think it's just dividing my time. That's the hardest part, and I don't think I'm alone in that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. So you said you have another question?
What about, going off of that, what's your favorite part of your job and of the industry and of this business?
The irony is I think the challenge is the same. So I really enjoy the diversity. So the fact that I struggle I love seeing my clients. That's probably my favorite part. But I really enjoy creating content. I really enjoy kind of building the team and trying to help our sales team grow and meeting with the suppliers. So the diversity of it and trying to hopefully be a little bit innovative is a lot of fun to me. Cool?
Very cool. Yeah, I love it.
Cool. Well, hey, Brittany, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate you being a part of the show. We'll have to do it again. And that wraps up another edition of Delivering Marketing Joy. We will see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching, but wait! Can you do me a favor? Please subscribe to my channel. If you haven't done it already, the way to do it's right over here. And hey, if you want to watch the last episode, check that out over here. Again, before you leave, subscribe!